welcome along and welcome back to Ohio and American Life Farming. Today, it is early spring. The ground has actually thawed, and that means we can get back onto some field work. We are going to be jumping in our John Deere 7R here, and we're going to head out and we're going to grab our plow, because the thing we need to get done first this year is we need to go and expand our grass field. So we're going to head up to field 12 with our very large ripper plow here. And we're going to try and expand this. Hopefully this isn't going to take us too long to do this job. It should be a fairly quick bit around just sort of the extra grass fields, extra grass bits at the edge. So hook that up and hook that up. And then back into our cab. And yeah, I'm quite excited about our second year on here. This is working out quite well. And you can see the extra bit of field that we're going to be creating here. Yes, it already has grass in it, but I want to be able to go and get that all. I want to be able to go and fertilize it and generally look after it. So we're going to expand the area here where we cut the trees down over the winter. Now, if I unfold that there, that is going to be very bad with those gas tanks. So let's unfold our plow and bring this back here. So yeah, this is a ripper. It is fairly big as per what we really need on this farm, but it should also work as a plow in order to pull these fields up. So if we look here, we should go allow create fields. There we go. Drop it down, a nice bit of field, and then we're just going to bring it across here, and we're going to mark the edge of this field first. And you can see we're pretty much doubling the size of field 12 here, which is pretty cool. I am very, very happy. We're also going to take the little kink out of field 12 that exists up the top corner. There's a little triangle out of it, and I just want to make that a little bit easier to deal with as well. I'm not going to go into that little triangle in the corner. We're going to make this a fairly smooth field in case we want to at some point do this, do some crop in this field, because this is getting to be quite a big, quite a useful field at this point. And we'll bring this up to the roadway here, and what I want to do is make a nice square corner. So we'll bring this up to this point here like that, and then lift it, and that should do us fairly well. And yeah, look at that. That is the extra space we're adding to this field. So bring this around here and then back it up and make sure that we're nicely aligned and that our tractor is nice and straight, otherwise it'll pull off in the wrong direction. Drop it down again, and off we go around the field and pull it up to the edge here. And you can see the little kink in this field sort of further up here. So we want to grab this up, and we're just going to get rid of that quickly as well. And I think we'll take it from about this point here. So down here, and then we can just... I'm not sure why there is this little kink in this field here. It seems like a little bit of wasted field, so worth taking it out, I think. And just like that. Perfect. And you can see now that we are adding so much to this field. So what else do we want to do today? Well, these areas of this field, we should be able to get some lime on this as well. We don't have a lime spreader at the moment, so we're going to have to go and rent one of those for this job. And we also probably want to try and get some slurry on here. Again, we currently have no slurry spreader, so I think we might need to go and lease one of those as well. But that's got the that's got that patch done. We just need to go and fill in everything down this side of the field here now, in order to complete this. And wow, this is going to be a very nice big field by the end of this. Having done most of this field now and opened this up, there is still a significant patch of land just the other side of this roadway here that we might as well always also do. Basically, if our plow, if this ripper fits in the area, it's worth doing. And you can see this sort of scrubland just the other side of the road here. We should be able to fit that in there. It won't take us very long to get done, and yeah, it gives us another bit of field. So let's just do that. I have noticed that wheel on that outer edge there can sometimes be a little bit slower to turn around, and could cause us issues. But in general, this has gone down fairly well. We have created a much larger field. Look, this is almost doubled. I should think this has added another 2/5 to this field. So it is not a small amount of field that we've added on here by any stretch. So lift that. And there's just a little patch of grass in the middle here we'll clear out. And then, yeah, there is that patch of shrubland there. It's not going to be a huge amount, but as I said, it's a significant enough area for me to go, ooh, I should really do that bit as well. So we're going to leave the roadway as we are, and we've actually got quite a nice entrance to the field in the roadway there. And we'll just bring this here, and again line ourselves up, and then we can go around the edge of this and fill it in. We're not quite warm enough yet, I don't think, to do any planting of the grass, so that is something that we'll do in the near future. But what I do want to do is get some lime on here and get some slurry on here, and then we'll be fully prepared to make the most of this land once we have it all set up. And just this small patch left for us to get covered, and it will go very nicely by the looks of things. Nicely up to the water. We're going fairly close to the water's edge, but we've added a really large amount of extra field space to the farm just by cutting these trees over the winter when we had the time, and then ploughing it in. We have done pretty well here. Now let's fold this up, and while we're doing this, I want to have a look in here and have a look when the best time for us to plant our grass is going to be. And we can plant grass in here pretty much any time. 3 degrees C though is when it gets warm enough for us to actually cut it, or to actually for it to start growing. We're looking at improving temperatures today through to the next game day. So I'm expecting it to actually be planting this probably next time. Yeah, we've got this nice windy road now back along that takes us back into the farmyard and sorts all this out. So that will be good. We want to give this a wash off probably. But with this, you can see that there are other places which we could very easily expand our fields into, give ourselves a little bit more space. I'm considering very much field 13 and 38 being so close to each other. Wondering if splitting field 13 down the middle a little bit and expanding field 38 to even those fields up might be a little bit of a better idea. But we'll have a look at that later. But I want to bring this over here because our pressure washer is over here, and we can give this a wash off now, because we're not going to be using it probably until the end of the season, and it won't take very long to just get the mud off this and improve this. The other place where we could possibly improve things is field 10. We can remove the fencing from around it and expand it where we've taken the trees out on our land that way as well. There we go, that's all done. Jump back in the tractor, and away we go. So yeah, we'll just park this up. Done fairly well. We need to refill this tractor as well with some fuel. Now we don't have a seeder that will actually do grass. Our planter, yeah, is not a piece of kit that will do grass. So yeah, we're going to have to, at the very least, lease something to do that with. And that is in there nicely. Just pull it forward a bit so that our wheels turn around the right way and disconnect it. So next up, we need to have a look at our field. Let's stop that and head into here, where we want to have a look at precision farming. And we can see here that at the moment, we have no idea how much our extra area over here is going to give us. So I'm going to come to soil types. We click on here and you can see that we kind of need to get it scanned. So I'm trying to see which type. There is a way we can get this scanned, and I'm not sure exactly which screen it's on. There we go. No, it seems to think that this has already been scanned, unfortunately, which is not very helpful to me. So we're going to have to get a manual scanner and get that done. Let's head down to the shop with our Phoenix or our TLX and go and do that, I think. Well, firstly, this isn't the TLX. This is our 4440, and yeah, we've got this because I thought I had a 3-point attachment for the back of the TLX. I don't, so we're going to use that instead. We'll head into the shop here, and we're just going to rent this piece of kit for a short time. So MISC and through here. Where's the Isaria? I don't think we have anything. Yeah, there's nothing in here with the TLX that has a 3-point linkage on the back from the looks of things. Right, there's the Isaria Scout. Let's lease that. 17,000. There's no point in wasting that. We're only going to be using it for today, so 867 is a better way of doing it. I don't want to do the whole thing of buying it in seasons, using it for a very little bit and returning it. That feels a little bit unrealistic and a little bit cheaty to me, so we're not going to do that. We're going to bring this over here. Do that and connect that up. Lift it up. And back we go to the farm. So we're going to start off by scanning this little extra section here. So we'll bring out this, unfold it, and get ourselves nicely in the center. Try not to get the farm next door. That would be good. So that would be a pretty good place. That is up. So take a sample, please. Down it goes. And back up. So that's got that section of the field there. And then we just head over and we're going to go and grab this section of the field here. Try and create a nice little border bit that we then fill in. So about there-ish, and sample. Now we should be okay as far as how soon we have to sample all this again, because we've not actually done anything with field 12 yet. So it's not had a harvest run off it, and as a result hasn't diminished in any way since we did our first set of samples. And yeah, we'll get a really clear picture once I finish this of exactly how much extra area we've added to this field. So taking our last sample here, we've got a little bit of overlap with the field itself, but that is a very nice area that we've got. So we'll lift that up and let's have a look in here and see exactly how much extra field we've added. And look at that, it is, there's a line sort of going across here where we've got overlap, but that is about a third of the field I think we've added. Maybe ever so slightly more. So really quite good. I'm not expecting a lot of stuff from this though. It's not a particularly good set of soil that we can see. We might add a little bit of loam down this corner, but yeah, that is where that is all going is not great. So let's send these soil samples off. Send those off. Yes, how many did we take? Sorry, it doesn't tell me, I don't think. So we'll send those off. In fact, they have gone. Perfect. So, yeah, we can go and return this. There we go. $1,400. And, yeah, look at that. That is just pure silty clay on that side of that field. And, yeah, so it's added mainly silty clay to our farm. Perfect for us to be planting grass in. So, what is... I keep flicking between this screen. What is the current situation with pH level? Yes, we could bring the pH up a little bit. And nitrogen level is actually better than the rest of the field, which is amazing. So, yeah, I don't think we need to actually put slurry on this. I think, well, not before we plant the grass. I think we can just go ahead and get it planted and then slurry the whole thing afterwards. Sounds like a plan to me. So we're going to drop this off here. We'll just drop it down and disconnect it. And then we're going to head in the shop and we will get that returned. And in the meantime, so garage leased, we want to return that. Perfect. Okay, and then back here, we want to come in and we want to get hold of a fertilizer spreader. We've not got a huge amount of choice. That does not do lime. That does lime. We could actually put that on the back of the TLX and do lime with that, but I'm not going to. I am going to use this. We're going to use the Breedle. We are not going to put an extension on it. We don't need to. Wheel setup, we want standard. I do want the larger spreading discs on it. It's going to cost us $2,397 to lease. This, don't know how much this uses on horsepower. Horsepower, this is not listed, interestingly enough. I don't think this little tractor... Well, this little tractor might do this job. But, yeah, we could also do it with our other one. We've got the better tyres, probably, for this job on this. And I'm all for giving this tractor a little bit more of a workout. So, let's back this up to here. And that doesn't look ridiculous, that setup. So, yeah. Let's get this back to the farm, fill it up with some lime, and we can then go and spread. It's just a little bit of lime we're going to need. We'll go spread that on the field and just bump that up a little bit. And thankfully, one of the first things we did on this farm was actually put in a lime point over here, because we had a lot of liming to do when we first started. So let's go lime, and don't want to massively fill this up. I think we'll go to about 50%. That should be enough to do this field and not break the bank at the same time. 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. There we go. 4,587. Perfect. Right, and then over to here. Like so. And that should do it. Unfold it. And away we go. Getting some lime onto here, and yeah. Getting up a notch to match the rest of the field. First part of the field just about done, and we're down to just 8% left. I think looking at the size of the field that we've got left, probably going to be wise to refill this a bit. Take us back up to maybe about 20%, I think. The less I have left over, the better, of course. So let's refill this a little bit. Add another 13% back in. Not going to take long to refill this time. There we go. 20% up. And we can head back out that way and get things going on this field. And yeah, we're going to be fully ready probably next time by the looks of things to go and do some seeding on here. Nitrogen is actually higher than the rest of the field is, and we can probably put some solid fertilizer in at the same time. And yeah, everything else is already set up. So we just need to get this field, or this bit of field, covered, and we're all good. And it wasn't enough. We've actually run out of lime. Wow. I didn't expect that to be to require that much. I think it's because it's silty clay. Silty clay seems to require a little bit more. I think we want about another 15% based on what I was looking at there, and with how much we'd got round that field. So yeah, this is basically, we could have filled this, I think. We would have been at about 85% with this, which is quite a staggering amount. We're gonna put, I said 15%, I'm gonna put 20, like that. There we go. Let's go and try out this last bit. Not that expensive lime, so this isn't the end of the world. Last little bit, and takes us down to 10%. 10%. There we go. But that has got it all done, and all limes will go round the other way. I do get a little bit of an FPS drop around here, interestingly. Don't quite know why. But yeah, that is the field lime. We're down to 10%. It's under a single big bag's worth of lime. So what we'll do is we'll head over this way and get this dropped off around here. Yeah. So we do have a little store shed over here that we haven't really used that much. We've got some seeds kicking around in it. And I'm just going to unload the lime there. Yeah, just a single one. And then we'll clear this up in a bit. But this then can head over this way, and we'll get this returned at this point. Because at the moment we have nowhere else to lime. And therefore there's no point in keeping it around. So we'll return that. There we go. And there we are. That is basically all we can do for today on that. We are going to get that seeded next time, and probably put some slurry or something on it as well. For now though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.